and just share. So we've had a pretty hard year in 2021. Not just me, all of you. We've all had a pretty crazy year. And I've actually taken this afternoon, I've taken some time, which I haven't had a chance to do in a really long time. Actually just sit and reflect and think and reflect. And as a business owner, and I'm always talking about it, just get shit done. Just do things. Just keep on going. And I haven't just stopped. I just stopped and waited and thought and think. And then I started looking through YouTube. I'm a watcher and a listener. And so I wanted to come in here tonight and not actually just have a countdown timer and teach and all the things. I wanted to come here tonight and just share my thoughts on reflections. I've just been getting up at 3 a.m. for the last few days. Getting up at 3 a.m., doing a conference with Brandon Bouchard and a swag of amazing speakers. And then doing that, and then it made me realize every single speaker had the same message, like underlying message. Just keep going. No matter what, just keep going. Just do it. Just get it done. But don't give up. And I can tell you a few times this year, I had a few Doona days, and there was at one stage there where we lost 3 staff members. I crawled into bed, under the covers, I cried. What am I doing? Now, everything that I had finally hired myself out of, I have to do it again. I've got to do all the things that I thought I didn't have to do. It felt like I was starting from scratch. It felt like I had to start all over again. And I still had some team members here helping me, but I felt like I had to start all over again. And to those, I guess, that maybe are just starting out, you're like, you still got staff members. What are you complaining about? But, you know, we all have our own challenges, and it's been a really hard year. And I'm sure your year has been really hard as well. And today, you know, I started looking on, after I finished the summit, and this has been my day for the last 3 days. I have been so tired. I've been getting up at 3 a.m. and I'm so glad I did. From 4 a.m. in the morning, I've been attending the Influencer Summit with Brendan Bouchard, and we've had some amazing speakers. I've taken copious notes, turned up with my student hat on. Straight after that, I have literally been launching and running 2 webinars a day. So not just showing up, but like masterclass webinars where all the energy, like there are most of the time through the webinar, you don't see my face, but I'm like this behind the camera and I'm keeping my energy up because I feel it and I want it so bad for those people. I want the people that are giving up their precious time. When they come to my training, they're giving up their time. I mean, you know, if they lose their car, they can go buy another one. If you lose your house, you can go and find another one or go and live with somebody else. If you lose your shoes, your purse, your wallet, whatever, you can go and get another one. But you cannot get back more time. And these people are turning up to the webinar, so I'm all in. I'm there. I'm showing up. I'm giving my all. And if you're watching this, on the webinar on yesterday afternoon, the whole thing died. Before I even got to the good bit, all my computer died. It shut down and I was frantically running around my office trying to plug everything back in. And thank you so much. I couldn't get it working. I went inside, I sat on the couch, I put my hand between my head, my head between my hands. Sorry, I'm tired. And I'm like, why? Now I felt bad for everybody else who had turned up, who had been there, who had given up their time to be there. This year, I had a moment when we lost 3 staff members in the matter of about a week and a half. 2 left, which at the time I had no idea why. Later on found out why. Then the third one I had to fire because that was the reason why the other 2 team members left. And I went into a funk. I did. You didn't see it, and I didn't want to talk about it, and I didn't want to share it. But I said to my husband, I feel like throwing in the towel, taking our winnings and running. just giving up. And I honestly, I don't know how long that went on for, looking back to the beautiful cat who still turned up and sat in the Zoom room and still kept on going. I felt bad for her because when I had previously gone into a moment, I have moments where I almost give up. She always had somebody there with her to support her, other team members inside of the Zoom room with her. And this time was the first time that she didn't have anybody. And I then felt bad again. I felt bad. So today, I don't know what happened. I was on YouTube and I was doing the normal things that I always do, looking at, business things like I do. I'm always looking at things to help improve other people's lives. And I started scrolling through recommended for you. And I came across a channel that I hadn't subscribed to. And he was and I didn't realize at the time when I hit the play button, but it was actually one of the speakers that was at Brendan Burchard's Influencer Summit today. And it was an hour and a half of Oprah. It was just snippets and little bits and pieces of Oprah. And I just watched and I reflected. And I watched and I reflected. And I'm like, yes. Oh, I like that. I like that phrase. Oh, I'm going to use it to help others. Then I reflected, I needed to hear that. And I cried. I haven't cried in a while. And my husband walked in, are you okay? Are you okay? I said, it's okay. It's all right. I need to cry. Let me cry. It's okay. Leave. Close the door. Let me be. And right now, he just came home with dinner and he's like, what are we going to watch? What show are we going to watch? And I'm like, I want to watch more Oprah. He's like, okay, you watch more Oprah. I'm going to go and watch a car show. And then I watched another hour of Oprah. And now I'm here. I've decided I've already chosen my 2022 word early. Normally I reflect towards the end of the year and early January. I decide on my word. And to be honest, this year, I haven't really had a word. Like every year I've intentionally chosen a word for the year that I would live by. One year it was happiness. Another year it was strong. Another year it was transformation. Like I've always had a year that I lived and breathed by. And watching Oprah and hearing her story behind interviewing people and, interviewing people in the early days that she didn't want to interview, where she had like the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan on the show because the producers thought it would be good. And she told them afterwards, I don't want to do that. And they had a show where it was like the mistresses meet the misses. And on one of her shows, the husband told the wife, the missus, that his mistress was pregnant with somebody else's, with his kid. And Oprah saw her face just drop. Pure shame, embarrassment. And I get goosebumps even just saying this now. And she again went to her producers and said, no, I am not doing a show like that ever again. And that's when Oprah decided whoever that she brought on, whoever she interviewed, whatever they did on that Oprah Winfrey show was going to be done with intention. So that is my word for the year. Not only that, pre-show, they would have a pre-show meeting to talk about what is the intention behind the guest that we're bringing on. How are we going to use that guest to serve others? They would do the show. At the end of the show, they would have a meeting on the intention of the show. Did we hit that intention? Did we do that intention? Did we achieve it? And, you know, it made me realize what I'm always talking about, build, measure, optimize, same thing. What am I doing with intention? Nobody ever successful has achieved success overnight, but it's taken tenacity, it's taken sheer grit, determination, and the intention to keep showing up, to keep showing up, to keep going, to keep doing. We just put a new staff member on last week and it wasn't a good fit. We did a week and as Shalene Johnson always says, hire slow, fire quick. We got rid of them pretty quickly. It wasn't a good fit for our business. Now, 1 month prior, we had been waiting for this staff member to get trained up, to come in, to help us, because at the end of next week, we are supposed to be taking a 4-week break. My team and I, and we were going to have this new staff member looking after everything, at least all the inboxes, so we could take a break. And now we're not going to have that person. I am still going to need to be here. Not totally, like every day in class, teaching and all the things, but I'm still going to need, which I haven't had to do for years and the last few months I've had to do, I am still going to have to check my inbox. I am still going to have to check in and see if there's anything that needs to be followed up. The amazing Cat is going to help me, but I still have to be there. I cannot drop the reins. Now, I've been at this for a little while and I have had to take a big hard look at everything that's happened this year, and I've seen a few gaps. I didn't set my word of the year, which intentionally helps me have focus for the year. I didn't pick my quote of the year, which every year up until now has helped me stay focused with intention. So this year, 2022 coming, 2021 might be done, but I am not. I'm still going to keep on trucking on. I always say, whether you choose to follow me now, whether you choose to work with us, if you don't know right now if it's the right thing for you or not, don't you worry. I'll still be here 5, 10 years, whatever down the track, I'm still going to be here. And this was the message I heard over and over and over again over the last 3 days. Getting up at 3 a.m., going to conference, running master classes straight after. Literally, I lost my voice yesterday afternoon. I got up this morning. I was like, I can't do this. I still kept, I wanted to. And I think I needed it more than I've really needed a conference in a long time. Usually I do in-person, at least 2 in-person conferences every year. And since COVID hit, I haven't, because not only the in-person conference, I go there, I put my student hat on and I learn, but it's the networking, it's the energy in the room, it's meeting new people, it's all of those things. And I kind of lost it, even though I'm online all the time, even though I didn't network and I didn't do a lot of typing. And normally if I'm in a conference, I'm chatting backwards and forwards. I'm commenting on other people's posts. I'm doing what I ask you guys to do. I can see how many eyes are watching me right now, and I can only see one person commenting. Hi, Susan. I can only see one person commenting. So you're all stalking and not talking. That's what I did today. Oh, the last 3 early mornings. I think I needed that moment. I needed to listen and be reminded that Rome wasn't built in a day, that what we're building here in the sparkle world is greater than me. It is not about me. Yeah, it's got the word, well, sparkle, Sally Sparks. It's got that in it, but it's not about me. It is about everybody I help, everybody I serve. I may not be an Oprah where millions of people will remember me when I'm gone. She'll probably have a state funeral. There'll be people crying all over the world. But I'm Sally. And the small little imprint I can have on other people's lives, that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. I have found that thing that if I stop getting paid for what it is that I do, and honestly, we've had moments where we've spent more than we've made some months. True, like it might sound like we're doing well because we have staff, but there have been some months where I have spent more money than I have made. Just keeping it going, paying people, doing all the things that I need to do. But I know that if I stopped getting paid, I would still show up and do what it is that I do. And then I realized that's what I want for the Sparkle Lifers. That's what I want for you. I want you to wake up in the morning and go, sure, get shit done. It's on the pillow back there. Take action, all the things to move forward. I want you to step into your own power and stop making excuses. I need something else. I need somebody else to tell me. I need somebody else to guide me. Or all the yeah buts. Yeah, but this. Yeah, but I work full time. Yeah, but I've got kids. Yeah, but do you want to die saying, yeah, but I wished I had done what I always wanted to do with my life? I definitely don't. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you so much that I feel it so deep inside, like I'm nearly crying right now. I want intentionally to start showing up for you again. I want to intentionally forget about that I've gotten all fat and I got rolls and I literally grabbed a scarf to cover my big flappy arms before coming live tonight. Because I've been so embarrassed about how much weight I have put on over the last couple of years. And yeah, sure, I've had some things happen with my daughter where I had to eat lots of things to make sure my daughter was really healthy. And then I started blaming that on her. But it's not her. I am in control of what I take from here and put into here. So why is my weight holding me back from hitting that button and inspiring you? So fuck it. I don't know if that'll get deleted or I'll get into trouble. I'm going to show up with intention. I'm going to do that. And today is Thursday. And a few years ago, I started a project called Thoughtful Thursday, where I would come in and share something that I had learnt that day. I would reflect on the day and I would share that thought. And this is what I'm doing right now. I'm sharing that thought with you. So I want you to show up with intention. I want you, don't judge. I don't want you to compare yourself to others. You can't be an Oprah. I can't be an Oprah, but I can be me. I have my own essence, my own life, my own beating heart that I can use with intention, with purpose, to take action to change other people's lives. But if I don't show up, if I don't do the uncomfortable thing of going live with big flappy arms and all the fat rolls and everything that's come back that I was so embarrassed about, to totally honest, I have been so embarrassed. I have not done a full length shot. Go and have a look. You will not find a full length shot of me for the last 2 years. But enough is enough. No more excuses. I'm doing this, not for me, for you too. For me, yes, sure, selfishly, but for you. Because I would do this whether you paid me or not. I will still show up, and I need to start doing that. I need to do it. I've been put on this planet to do it. You have. If you have following me, and I know I've realized this about myself. I'm in my 40s, and I've realized that those people that follow, if you're following me, it's not because you want pretty nails, which I used to sell. You follow me because right now, I'm looking at you. You want to transform other people's lives, right? Let's create a sparkle movement together. I want that movement to continue. I feel like it kind of drifted away from me for a little while, but no more. No more. I am showing up. I am intentionally showing up. Flappy arms, no makeup, messy hair and all. Some of my people that I follow, like Shalene, wouldn't show up without her eyelashes on. Excellent. I'm still going to show up. Eyelashes, no eyelashes, makeup, no makeup, messy hair and all. Because the only person I can be is me. And same as you. Don't compare yourself to others because you are amazing just the way you are. But the only way you are going to be able to help other people, the only way you are going to transform lives is to show up. Feel the uncomfortableness and walk through it. I am like feeling like I want to cry right now. I'm being so vulnerable. I'm like, no giggling. I'm trying. Like, normally, if you see me giggle, that's me. That's my protection mechanism to make you feel that everything's okay. But everything will not be okay if I don't do what I was put on this planet to do. And I want to do that because it is to help you do what you were put on the planet to do. This is my moment, the 9th of the 12th of the 21. This is the moment that intention showed up in me to intentionally get you to show up for you. Now, if you're watching this on the replay or whatever, I don't mind. I see all your comments, but right now, I see you through the lens. I am not looking at anything else but you. I can see your eyes right now, and I want you to close them. Do me a favor right now and close your eyes. I want you to hold your fingers together like you were going to meditate. I want you to put all of them together, put your thumb and touch your fingers, and I want you to feel your energy, your pulse, your life force within your fingers. Feel that? And breathe in. And as you breathe in, I want you to feel the energy that you have, the purpose you were put on this planet to do, the lives you have been put here to change. And breathe out. And I want you to sit in this moment and think about your day. Today, what happened today? You had good things happen. I want you to focus on the moment of today, not yesterday, not the future, right now, today. You've had amazing things happen today too. You've had things that would change your life. You've had things that went wrong. And breathe in. Breathe with me right now. Breathe in. You have the power to change who you are every day to make you better so you can help others. And breathe in again. And tell yourself, I can. I will. I can. I will. And keep those eyes closed. Know in your heart, if it's going to be, it's up to me. If it's going to be, it's up to me. if it's going to be, it's up to me. You've got this. I'm going to be here every Thursday. I will set a time so that you can set a time, but I haven't set a time yet. But I will do it with intention. I'm going to be here every Thursday for Thoughtful Thursday, or Wednesday if you're in the past. I'm sure we can think of a word that kind of works for Wednesday. But I'm going to be here every single Thursday, rain, hail, or shine, as long as I've got internet. If it's on my phone, makeup free, I've got my singlet on because I'm comfortable at home with all my flappy bits out. I'm going to be here every Thursday to reflect on my day. Have I done it with intention? Have I done the week with intention? But I'm going to sit in the present moment with you. I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to share it all. And if you want to follow this, come join me. Let me know below. If you are going to come and join me for Thoughtful Thursdays, I used to actually, just sitting here reflecting, a few years ago, and I did it for about 3 or 4 years in a row, I used to come in a few weeks before the end of the new year, and I would give everybody a little task to do in regards to reflecting and in regards to looking at the previous year, then looking at the moment, and then looking at the future. So that's what I'm going to do. Every Thursday, I'm going to come in here with a little task. I'm going to, for yourself and for me. And together, let's start 2022 strong. Let's finish 2021 strong. Just because we're coming into a new year doesn't mean we have to wait until the 1st of January. If you're watching this right now, you've taken the moment. I'm looking at my countdown timer there. It says I've been on for 26 minutes and actually 27 minutes right now. If you sat here with me for 27 minutes, you're here for a reason. There's something that I've said that has resonated with you. So get those little tippy tap fingers out. No matter where you're watching this, I'm on 5 different places right now. And commit to showing up every Thursday, whether you're on replay, but you will set a reminder, or your Wednesday, wherever you are in the world, to come here with intention. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm not trying to make you be in a cult or anything. But together we rise. Together we will inspire. And you know what? I'm going to watch something Oprah every day. And before I die, I am going to interview Oprah. Shit, yeah. Bloody oath. That's it. Done. I'm going to dream about it. I'm going to do it. Do you know, I've heard other speakers say it. And I'm like, yeah, know what? Nah, that's it. I'm done. I am going to interview Oprah. I know, you know, people go, oh, I love Oprah. I love Oprah. Oprah literally saved my life. She literally saved my life. And I've never said this publicly, and fuck, I hope my parents don't watch this. I don't think they do. They don't like Facebook. This is a little bit like the time I first told the story of Dylan. Yeah, I can fucking do this. Fuck it, why not? So, shame can't survive the spoken word. I'm telling myself that in my head right now. If this gets out and gets seen by people that it's not supposed to be seen by, I'm going to be in trouble. Just say it. Just say it. Okay. I'm a survivor of childhood sexual assault for 7 years of my childhood. That's it. That's all I'm going to say right now. I don't think I can go into any more. everything in my life I've done, all the traumas, all the tragedies, all the hard things, all losing my son, all the things, I've always used it as a way to see it as a way to help others after I've gotten through the other side. This is I only sought counselling 2 years ago. I'd only ever told 2 people in my life, and I just told the world right now. It was a secret that I held for 30 years of my life, and I just finally did it. Selfishly, it's for me, not for you. Fuck. I better not delete this because I always tell everybody else to be vulnerable and don't delete your fucking videos. So, I have never truly felt that anyone's ever really known me because of that. Ever, ever, ever. Apart from my husband and one other person in my life. Until I finally, on my honeymoon, my husband said to me, one day, we were 20-something, 22. He said to me, one day you're going to have to talk to somebody about that. And in my 40s, I finally did. And 30 years, I never told anybody. I did. If I hadn't told my mum a year ago, I probably wouldn't have said it today, but I still haven't told my dad, so holy shit, I hope there's no other family. My family don't watch my stuff. They think I'm fucking crazy doing all of this stuff I do. What's this whole social media thing you're on? So none of them will see it. Nobody tag anyone that knows me. Oh my God. I can't believe I said it. It's so crazy, right? I used to sit there and hear people tell me their stories, and I would feel it churning up inside of me, wanting to tell other people. Me too. Me too. All right, let's shift the focus back to Oprah. Oprah saved my life back in the 90s. I was sitting in my room with a knife. I couldn't tell anybody because if I told anybody, could still totally ruin my family. This is probably why I didn't say anything. But I watched Oprah share her story, and it was like, not only that, she had all the hardship, all the abuse, all the everything. And I'm like, if she can do it, why can't I? Why can't I? You know, that night was really hard. I even researched how to do it the right way, not slice yourself this way. You got to do it long way so that you're really gone. But I kept going. And I want you to. We all have a story. We all have something to share with the world. And it's through trauma that makes us stronger. It is through those trials. It is through the things. It is through all of our experiences. Your story, and I'm sure some of you have been through it as well. I'm not the only one. I know this, but lots of people have told me, and I've never told anyone. I've told since I finally started speaking about it to a therapist a year or so ago. I have privately told people who have, paid to be in our community so that they understood that I understand them, but I never went, and I'm still not going into detail. But I've known deep that one day I would speak out and let other people know that I get it. I didn't know until I was in my 40s that I had suffered from, and I had PTSD my entire life. I now know why I have fibromyalgia. I now know why my brain doesn't fire the right way. I now know why I don't cry very often. I also know why I can be in so much pain that I don't get help and they have to call an ambulance, but I still go to work. I literally still went to work and they had to call an ambulance to come and get me because I was struggling through class to the point where I couldn't actually leave. And it's through trauma, PTSD, that I have a very high tolerance, but a very low threshold for pain. Like, I feel everything. So if you made it, it's now 35 minutes into this. Thank you. The 9th of the 12th, 2021, Sally finally showed up 100% herself. Tears and all. Tears and all. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being there. I don't even think I'm brave enough to read your comments right now. I see them coming in. Oh, thank you, Susan. You're all so beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah. Sparkle baby, Dorothy Sparkle. Oh, and the green from Marybelle. Yes, darling. You need to get out there and put yourself out there a little bit more. I'm going to make you. I can't make you, actually. You are the master of your own actions, but I hope to inspire you to step into that uncomfortableness and do it. And I am totally going to sit with this. Thank you so much for sharing. I don't want to go on and ramble and turn this into a woe me session because, that's not what I'm all about. But I think I'm going to go and watch some more Oprah now. I think I'm going to watch Oprah every day and mark this moment in time. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to write it. I'm going to put it somewhere where it'll be forever. All of the founding members of Business Building Made Easy, the brand new program, you're on my whiteboard. I'm taking a photograph of that. This is the year I went back to my design roots and started playing with Canva again. It makes me so happy. I got lots of shiny ball chasers in the Canva program who probably never buy my program. My team was saying to me, oh my God, there are so many complainers in there. They want everything for free and they want to complain every time something goes wrong. But you know what? The only way to truly help is to put yourself out there. And there was one sentence that was said, or something that was said at the conference this weekend. And Brendan Bouchard, one day maybe I'll speak on your stage at Influencer Conference. Honestly, the only way to get out there is to get out there. But they said that 20% of your followers actually hate you. I'm like, yeah, I've got little haters clubs out there. They've got their own little chat groups and the I Hate Sally clubs going on. But you know what? I keep showing up and I keep going. But the other thing, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Amy. Amy said that anyone who leaves nasty, mean messages about you. Oh, what was the statement? Oh, I've got to find the piece of paper. I actually wrote it down. I'm going to look in my KKK book. I do want to quote it. Was Amy on today? No, Amy was on today, so it's in my phone. I actually put it in my phone because this morning I was too tired to get out of bed that I took notes on my phone and not in my KKK book. Hang on, let me scroll back to Amy's stuff. I actually want to quote it because I was like, yeah, that's right, because I get lots of hate messages and things like that. Oh, where are you, Anthony? I can't see it. Oh, I don't want to spend here ages reading. Anyway, it was something along the lines of, I'm totally going to look. Thank you, Kat, because Kat and I watched it together. Oh my God, Kat's here. Thank you, Kat. Those who are more successful than you won't leave mean comments. Thank you, Kat. See, you're one of those eyeballs watching me that are not typing. Oh dear. There's so many eyeballs on me right now. It's crazy. So true. So true. Those who are more successful than you won't leave more mean comments because they get it. They've been through the ups and downs. They've been through the hard times. They've started with nothing. I had to sell things from my garage to start this business. I had to borrow from my daughter's bank account and kind of sort of lie to my husband, but also tracking my numbers, knowing that I would make the money back, maybe not this month, but at least if I ran the math in about 3 months. Sexy numbers, baby. Thank you, Kat. Oh, it's so nice that you're here. Oh my God, you've witnessed the moment of Sally finally. Yeah, please, family. If my family's watching this, they won't watch this. They don't really give a shit about what I do. They actually think I'm crazy. Oh, you're on the Facebook. Oh, what do you need people to like you? It's not people. I don't need people to like me. I got plenty of haters. I get that. That is not what I do. I do it to create a movement. I do it to inspire. Oh my God, Kat, you're going to make me cry even just with those words. I do not cry very often. I'm telling you, I very rarely cry. My husband cries more than I do. We watched a show the other day, and because we've lost a son, there was I don't remember what show it was, but they were going through the death of losing a child. And he's sitting there beside me crying. And I felt, but I don't cry very often. Very, very, no, I don't. I think I just don't. When I first had Shay, I used to cry. I don't know whether it was hormones. Everything on the news would make me cry. But I don't cry that often anymore. It's healthy to cry. I know emotions are great. Like my daughter was crying the other day and I just said to her, sadness is here, baby. Let sadness sit. You have a cry. I'm just going to cuddle you right now. You cry. If you can't explain why it's here, that's okay. It's allowed to be. Because without darkness, we wouldn't appreciate the light. Without the hard times, we wouldn't appreciate the good times. From all the people I've met, do you know the people that have really had it hard? Like, I had to feed myself out of the salvos bin. Not that I had to, but I chose to because I was too proud to go home. And but those that have really struggled, they're the ones that seem to always be the happiest. They're the ones that they always seem to show up regardless. They are the ones who just keep going. It's the ones that haven't experienced as much. They tend to be more complaining. There was a guy who did a study many, many years ago. I can't remember his name, but he studied the effects of happiness. And, happiness is 40% genetics and 60% choice. It's all up here. So, yes, we all could be born with that. Some people can be born to be more pessimistic than others, but you still have the choice to choose to stay in it or to move through it. And through my trauma, which I finally admitted out loud, I'm not even going to say it again because I'll probably cry, and losing my son, which the first time I did share the story of my son, I did all of this. I did all of this. I don't know if anyone's still around who saw that, but so this is me protecting myself by giggling again. And I know that that's a protection mechanism. But the first time I shared that wasn't as hard because it wouldn't destroy families. What I just said today could potentially destroy my family if they watch it. But most people, my family would not sit through 44 minutes of me talking shit. Most of them aren't even on social, so we should be good. We should be good. And if they do, you know what? Maybe that will be a little easier, because at the end of the day, I cannot control how they think, how they feel, and how they whatever. It took me a long time to realize that. It took me a really long time to realize that if my dad doesn't believe me, that doesn't mean he doesn't love me. It just means that he doesn't want to believe it. And it wasn't my dad. But if he doesn't, it doesn't mean he doesn't love me. It just means that he just, maybe it'll be really hard for him to actually hear it. And I haven't told him yet. And I've just told it publicly. I've told my mum at least. My main concern was always, if I ever told them, they would end up in a divorce, because I thought it would ruin the family. My mum told me that even if he cracked the shits and he disowned me, they would probably not divorce, because, they love each other and all the things. She'd still talk to me. I don't know. My dad's not very emotionally intelligent. He, yeah, it's okay. That is not for me to wear. That is not for me to wear. I always thought it was. I always thought I had to. And I've always thought it was for me. I had to keep that secret to protect everybody. But it hasn't protected me. It's actually made me have PTSD my entire life. That's why I have fibromyalgia. That's why I have so many issues and sicknesses and problems, because I have bottled this up for 30 years of my life, and today is the day that I've set it free. Thank you for listening. I'm going.